Hello, it's Jim Pettibone here. Gonna do something a little different for what I'm normally doing. Um, this is a kind of a not really a tutorial build, but a build of a Sylvan 1950 through 68 white 3000 tandem axle trailer. And I have to, having not done this before and just brand new starting here, bear with me. And also the skeletal logging trailer circa 1940s through 2000, also by Sylvan. My wife wanted or thought this would be an interesting, I get my fingers out of the way there, logging truck. And I said, okay, well, we'll just do it. A few things that I've gone through and discovered in doing this. Move those out of the way. In the instructions, whoops. Put that back up there. We're not ready for that yet. In the instruction sheet, it says right there on 1516 center of the screen about attaching the axles to the springs. Well, initially I put the truck together, and like my truck, it, the springs go and the axle attaches underneath, which is what I did with these. It's not clear, or I didn't find it clear, that that if you attach the springs or attach the axles to the underside of the springs, that actually when the truck was, it didn't look bad when I was initially putting it together, and it wasn't until I put the wheels and tires on that I discovered that the front wheels would be about a foot or so off the ground, scale-wise, possibly a little bit more. So I had to tear it all apart and rebuild it and put the axles on top of the springs. And relatively straightforward construction. It wasn't hard. It's a resin kit. It's kind of a soft resin, so it easily works with. You can easily work it with a knife and files. This was relatively easy, straightforward. The logging trailer section. I have another one that I'm going to build, a different cab though. Again, there's kind of ambiguity if you don't know what you're doing. This is the first of this type of kit I've put together, and we're still working on it. One of the hardest things that I came across is when you're putting. All right, let's go over here and let's put this. Can we get that in there? Focus, 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 focus. Come on, focus. There we are. Well, okay. Oh, wait. Let's go underneath the light. There we are. It has these little West Coast mirrors. And I probably have them too far out. But it calls for a number 75 drill bit. And to drill the holes in the sides of the truck. Let's see. Let's stop it. Stop. Tighten it up a little bit more so it doesn't wiggle as much. So, get that out of the way. Get those out of the way. Alright, let's move that over a little bit. Can we... Nope. we're just demented with that forever, I guess. So anyway, I have two pin vices, and discovered that not all pin vices are created equal. And I don't know whether I can show this or not. But this pin vise has a little hole in the center. When you tighten it down, there's like a little hole. This one, with a drill in it, focus it, and it's just square, or it has right angles to it. This one with the hole in the center, this number 75 drill bit, which now all out of focus again, and I keep focusing. This one with the number 75 drill bit in it, this hole in the center here, which, oops, I can show better if I take it apart. Now let's see. Now, how's that hole? No. If I take an if we pop the other end, if we pop it from the other end, get it up here. You can see that there's a, sure you can, there's a bigger hole in the middle of it. They don't meet all together. Anyway, on the small side, using this, you wind up with a hole that's bigger than a number 75 drill bit that will not allow it to tighten down and hold the bit. The other thing that I've come across and is that they want you to cut this piece of Lexan here, cut it to fit the size of the windshield and glue it in. Now, my particular modeling skills are that I need a piece of Lexan that's probably about the size of a coffee table before I could cut it to fit the curvature of the windshield. And it said to do that for all. So, using micro crystal clear, we did the back windows, the rear window, and the other side window, and the wing window here. Initially, when I was cleaning flash, I snapped out the window post on this side, so I'm not able to fill that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. We primered the truck cab gray, which was probably my first mistake, and using a Sharpie, paint Sharpie, silver. Did the headlights, the little turn signal, headlights, turn signals, and roof lights. And then using Tester's Clear Orange, wound up with a toothpick and just touched those areas of silver to give the turn signals. When we did the tail lights on the trailer, when we did the tail lights on the trailer, we did the same thing. We used the silver pen and then just used red clear from Tamiya. Clear red. Clear red from Tamiya. Each Sylvan kit comes with a driver. And in the cars, of what I've seen of the cars, the driver has a name. You were supposed to take and, using the number 75 bit, and there was some wire in the kit, and you're supposed to wire the steering wheel down, and you were supposed to put in the wires for the gear shift and the brake lever or something like that. And I kind of figure, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut the Lex on so it slides up in behind the windshield or inside the cab as best as we can, and just use this micro crystal clear to glue it in place. Yeah, when I had this done, my field of view here, when I had this done, never mind the mat there, that was picked up from a local restaurant. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, this is the truck. The axles, I didn't really do such a great job at this, but when you got done, the front wheels would have been riding about yay high off the ground. Oops, not that you can tell, but anyway, another thing about this is it has posable steering, and I don't know whether I can even get in here well enough to. No, I can't. But the steering, let's see, where are we at here? Use this as a pointer and hold it back. This part here is just like a little round shaft, and the inside of the wheel, as long as you can tell that I'm not really great at this, the inside of the wheel, get back by the frame best as I can, has a groove in the middle of the wheel, so you actually can have posable steering by just mounting the wheel on there, and you have a solid gluing surface that you can either, turn your wheels. Oh yeah, right. Okay, you can either turn your wheels, head straight ahead, or you can turn both of your wheels so it looks like it's getting ready to go around the corner. It's going around the corner or whatever. So that's where we're at right now. I kind of wanted to start this a little bit earlier, but I just wound up just getting into it. Next time, or here in a few minutes, it'll be more complete. Okay, so there it is. We finished it off. Right now we have this combination, but we got a log load that we're going to put on there. Anyway, I don't know how well you can see. Bring it up there. It's completely out of focus. There we are. Yeah, after about 20 minutes of battling with this little Exxon windshield, we just wound up using it, got it in there, and then used that micro crystal clear But as it will wind up, and that goes on. That goes on there. Then we have our little load of logs. Oh, there we go. Oops. Try that again. There we go. Our little load of logs that goes on the back of the truck. Let's zoom out just a little bit. There we are. And there's our let's get this stuff out of the foreground. There we are. There's our little Sylvan 1950 through 1968 white 3000 tandem axle trailer. And also that's V207 if you're interested in purchasing one. And I got this through, I think it's called American Prototype. Or American Prototype Hobbies or something to that effect. And the Sylvan T016, the skeleton logging truck. Okay, skeleton logging truck trailer circa 1940s through 2000s. But I've had these for a while and I never built them. They've just been sitting there. The box has been collecting dust. So there it is. Again, I mean, it's not my best work, I have to say. I had some problems, and the fragility of the model, and I use Gorilla Glue for super glue because it's a slightly different consistency that allows you a little more flex. It has a little bit like rubberish stuff in it that gives a little more flexibility. It's not as stiff. It gives a little more shear to it. Super glue, if you glue a couple things together, as long as you pull directly apart, holds like crazy. But if you hold two things together and you twist them or you bend them, that super glue bond will usually break. This has a little more flexibility in it. It'll have a little bit of give before it actually snaps. So there it is. Like I said before, first time out, not a bad build. I did have some problems with it, but that was because of my own lack of knowledge. All I need to do now is get some chain, which I have, and just wrap a couple chains around the log load. I'm going to take and get wood glue and glue the load together so it stays together, and that'll be done. Be ready for sitting on the layout whenever I get around to that. So again, that's it. I hope you enjoyed what this is. And Willow, this is your Mother's Day present. And that's going to be all. Comments greatly appreciated. You want to see me building more of this stuff? I still have a couple more trucks to build, or another logging truck like this to build, and except it has a Mack tractor. It's a Don. I think it's Don Mills tractor. But anyway, let me know what you think. Want to see more of this? We're not driving right now. Kind of got burned out really horribly on it. So, again, I hope you found this informative, enjoyable, and I thank you for watching. And that's where we're going to end this, right about here somewhere.